The NBA playoffs so far have been amazing to watch, and us NBA fans have been treated to plenty of great games to begin the first round. The intensity in the Lakers-Suns and Hawks-Knicks series is insane. We're seeing some incredible play from the superstars of the league, but the thing I've loved seeing the most so far has been the play of the younger stars in their playoff debuts. One guy in particular who has captivated me early on is Ja Morant, who yesterday nearly broke the record for most points scored in first 2 career playoff games, falling short by 3 points to George Gervin. He's starting to build an incredible resume at just 20 years of age, so now a lot of people are asking the question about how good he really is and how good he can become, because earlier in the season there were some genuine questions about how big of a leap he could take with his game. In today's video, I'll be taking a look at Ja Morant's 2021 NBA season, where I believe he ranks in the NBA currently, and what I believe his ceiling is for his career. Before we start, if you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content like this. I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers, so all support would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about Ja Morant. Ja Morant has had a solid sophomore season. He led the Grizzlies to a 38-34 record, which was good enough for the 9 seed, 1 game behind the 8 seed Golden State Warriors. He slightly buffed up his numbers from 2020, but not by much, averaging 19 points, 7 assists and 4 rebounds, but his efficiency did take a decline, his true shooting percentage dropping by 2%. This led to some people questioning Ja Morant and his ability to take his game to the next level, as he simply was not doing that this past regular season, at least not on a consistent basis. He was staying around the same level as his rookie year. However, he shut that narrative up quick smart when the postseason rolled around, because he has gone on an absolute tear lately and proven that he's able to take his game to another level when the stakes are the highest and the lights are the brightest. Let's take a look at his play-in tournament first, because this is when he started to show flashes of what we may see in the playoffs, and he was a big reason why Memphis was so successful in this new addition to the NBA season. Against the Spurs, Ja played pretty much bang on average compared to his regular season, shooting just over 45% from the field and scoring 20% in a scrappy win. The game was mainly dominated by Jonas Valanciunas, but Ja still made an impact. We all realized the star potential in Ja in his battle for the 8th seed though, as he led the Grizzlies to the 8th seed with a shocking upset win over Golden State and Stephen Curry, dropping 35 and hitting multiple daggers to close out the game. Everyone wanted Golden State to get up in that game, but man, Ja was so exciting to watch that I couldn't even complain that much that the Warriors had lost. Everyone had counted out the Grizzlies. We thought there was no way they'd get past Curry, who had just pushed the Lakers to their limits, but Ja lifted, and as a result, got them into the playoffs for the first time since the Conley-Gasol era. Morant hasn't slowed down since entering the playoffs either. As I stated earlier, he nearly broke the record for points scored in first 2 career playoff games, and he's currently averaging 36.5 points per game for the series against Utah, and is shooting 11% better from the field in the process too. He's reduced his passiveness and has been attacking the Jazz defenders relentlessly, nearly jamming one on Gobert's head, which would have been insane. He led Memphis to the Game 1 W over Utah, another big upset that startled NBA fans. And yes, while Mitchell was out, that was still a surprising win. Memphis weren't meant to be here, let alone win a game. Then in Game 2, though Utah comfortably beat out Memphis, Ja Morant was still able to go on a tear and keep Memphis slightly in the game, as he went and dropped 47 points. It was an incredible individual game for him, and you already know he's ready to put on a show at home in front of the Grizzlies' home crowd, so I'm extremely excited to see how he performs in Game 3. As a result of these performances, it's having a lot of NBA fans reconsider where they rank Morant. So I'm here to explain my reasoning for where I rank Morant now after these couple of games to hopefully provide a clearer view of where Morant ranks. But again, this is just my opinion. There's a few tiers to NBA player rankings in my eyes, and the top 5 tiers are Superstar, Borderline Superstar, All-Star, Borderline All-Star, and Good to Great Starter / Sixth Man. Just to give you an idea of what those mean, LeBron James and Steph Curry are superstars, Damian Lillard is a borderline superstar, Trae Young and Bradley Beal are all-stars, CJ McCollum is a borderline all-star, and a guy like Tobias Harris or Jordan Clarkson is a good to great starter piece. Obviously, Morant doesn't rank in the superstar, borderline superstar, or all-star ranges yet, still being very early on in his career, so I think we can rule him out of the top 25 players scheme. During the season, I've seen a lot of people rank Morant around the 30 to 50 range, it depends on who you ask, which I think is kinda fair. Before the postseason started, I probably would have put Morant in the good to great starter tier, which is probably around the 40 to 50 area. He just didn't seem to consistently play near an all-star level yet. But as we've seen lately, that has completely changed in the playoffs. Morant steps up when it matters the most and leads his team to surprising amounts of success. Something zero other players in his draft class right now can say. For that reason, I'd say Morant is a borderline all-star player right now, and I'd place him in the top 30 to 35 range currently in the entire NBA. For a second-year player, that's extremely impressive. And again, we're only a couple games into the playoffs, so I know it's a small sample size, but I still think he's shown enough for me to fairly place him in that range. This can easily change, of course, and we could see him go higher or see him go back down, but right now, I think this is fair. Let me know down below where you would rank Morant right now, but now I want to discuss what I can see Ja Morant accomplishing in his career. Before we talk about that though, obviously these are just some fun predictions and it's nothing too serious, just what I believe Morant can reach as his ceiling in his career from what I've seen so far in his NBA journey. In a loaded Western Conference, it will be tough to see Morant racking up a lot of all-star appearances early on in his career, but it's clear he's got potential to rack up multiple appearances in that game down the track. All-NBA selection is definitely on the agenda for Morant too, and with more consistent play in the regular season, that is definitely an achievable target. I think at the peak of Ja's career, he'll be a top 3 point guard in the league and a top 10 to 15 player. Kind of like a Westbrook, but probably won't reach the MVP level that he did. But hey, if he proves me wrong, I would not be mad at all. So yeah, multiple time All-Star, maybe some All-NBA selections, and the potential to be one of the top guards in the league is definitely possible for Ja Morant, in my opinion. We'll have to see when his career is all said and done and if those predictions were right or not, but be sure to let me know your thoughts on those predictions for Ja down in the comments below. Overall though, these are my thoughts on Ja Morant. He's still very young and he obviously hasn't done a whole lot in his career consistently yet, so I don't want to overrate him. But man, whenever I watch him, I just have to smile because he's just that special of a talent at his best. When he takes his aggression up a notch, like he's done against Utah and like he did against Golden State, he looks like one scary player, and it makes me so excited about what the future holds. He makes so much impact for Memphis at such a young age. It's truly incredible, and it's why I feel like it's very fair to have him ranked as a top 30 to 35 player in the league currently. He can grow so much too. It wouldn't surprise me if he's a top guard in the league one day. So for that reason, I'm predicting him to become a top 10 to 15 player eventually. As of right now though, I think the 30 to 35 range is fair. And that is how good Ja Morant is, exactly. And that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? How good is Ja Morant to you? Where do you rank him right now in the league after his insane opening playoff performances? And how good do you think he can become in the league at the peak of his career? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.